Hello guys, I hope you're doing absolutely amazing. So today I have a silver Roadhog player who really struggles with managing his aggression properly in the poke phase. Quite a lot of the time when a Roadhog team is grouping up, he can still be doing stuff. He can still be finding angles, looking for hooks, getting right clicks onto people, and in this particular scenario he really needed to go looking for a bastion that was causing him a bit of trouble. So I hope you enjoy the game. See you around. So we start out on the Yikes comp. What is the Yikes comp? Well, the Yikes comp is Lucio Zen. The Lucio wants to speed us in. We don't want to be in because we got no healing whatsoever. So it's a little bit of a yikes. What do we like playing with this bullshit? Well, this is heavy poke with heavy poke. So we want to double up on heavy poke. So I like the Hog pick. Sigma is good pair. Obviously, like characters like Diva completely out because they require too many resources. Orissa's fine, but in general, I'd say, yeah, Sigma, Hog, Orissa, maybe Bull, because Bull's very good at enabling these snipers to actually get value. But yeah, this is a fine pick here. In terms of their comp, they're on kind of like a pokey bunker comp with Reinhardt to double up on shield, so they're just all in on the Bastion at this point. Against Bastion, you know what we do against Bastion? We just take angles. And when we take angles, when we have one person here and one person here, eventually he will crumble. Like, he cannot just sit here forever. It's fine to push the cart up main then. Push the cart up main, then go do something else. So when you have a Reinhardt and an Orisa shielding together, which shield do you break? Which shield do you break? Which is most important? Well, if the Reinhardt's an idiot like this and he's never going to recharge his shield, it will always be his. Because he's never going to get it back. The Orissa's going to slowly regen shields over time at the rate her cooldown is. So the Orissa you can think of, a very like small shield that regens consistently versus the Reinhardt is a very big shield that regens only when it's down. So we can burst through the Orisa shield and get a hook onto the backline. Sure, we can burst through the shield and get a hook onto the Orisa. And that works as well because they won't react on time in their gold. Yeah, but for the most part, that's cool. We missed the left click on the Bastion. I think he would have died there. I didn't see where the lamp positioned and when it came out. Yeah, we could have killed him. So we just miss it. Straight up missed. It happens. Kill the lamp. We're like, well, the Bastion's not doing anything, so we're just going to press the W button in the middle of their team. Fair enough. Remember, you do half damage to armor. Both of these big boys have a ridiculous amount of armor. You're doing half damage to them. Like, you need to find something squishy to hit. Your hook's completely useless against them. It's good against, like, if you hook him, most of the time they're not going to die. They're just not going to die to you. All of this has the likelihood of dying. Hey, there you go. You found value. Ah, it's fine. The rest of our team should get something. Their mercy goes for a res for no reason. Weird. Bizarre. So our Widow's got an angle. I don't know why their soldier was allowed to take this. Like, they shouldn't be able to take this. Why is your Widow on this sight line, not this sight line? There's a little bit of jank here. You're focusing way too much on the Bastion. You should be focusing on main, doing value on main. You shouldn't be on the Bastion right now. I get it, you set up an angle, like, you've got a great way to shoot into their team, but you shouldn't be, like, funneling yourself down into their Reinhardt in order to go deeper. You get your angle, you force them to play further back, and then you do stuff from that angle. You don't just, like, keep going deeper until you're in the middle of their team. Yeah, a little bit late on the cancel there. You don't need to finish your breather before going directly into the whole hog. It does reload for you, so you don't need to worry about any of that. You should just be able to keep them off the point. You didn't keep them off the point? No, you did. They just stopped touching. Cool. Good job. I like that. This is jank. Okay, let's not look at the jank. Let's keep it on 2 times speed till it's actually relevant. So what's happening? They're setting up on high ground. So how do we go about doing this? How do we go about doing this? So we either do this, go outside, try and do something from over here. It's a little bit risky so they can all push us. Or we go off over here and go on an adventure around this side. This is fine. They can still push us very aggressively, so we want to choose our timing very carefully. Or we can just like go under and they can't do anything about us. Either way, it's going to be a little bit risky. But for the most part, I want you shooting down this sight line or this sight line. I don't want you to try and push the high ground. So we choose the outside. You need to be hitting these. You can't miss these. These are the value you get. If you miss this, you're not doing anything on Roadhog. No reload there? Where's the reload? Like, you got 2 ammo. If you kill this soldier, genuinely, you've already won. Kill this soldier instantly into a breather. No breather? So you need these cancels. Like, the moment you shoot that bullet, you can instantly go into a breather. And this is like a really common thing on Roadhog. You go for a risky hook. Hook, shoot, melee, breather. Like, they all animation cancel into each other. You need to know these cancels. You need to know it. Like, the hook, the melee, the shot, the melee, the breather are all on the same frame, basically. They all animation cancel. Your Hanzo's just like standing there, shooting them from point blank range. Cool. Okay. So we just fucked up our combo twice. So we fucked it up once because we failed to kill him, and the second time because we just don't know the hook melee breather, like auto cancel. Shall I show you the cancel very quick? Let's see. 3 minutes 53. 3 minutes 53. Ooh, training room. Yay, there you go. That's basically what you have to learn. That's basically what you have to be able to do. The hook melee, the hook shot melee breather. You don't need to put the melee in there. Obviously, it does slow you down, but for the most part, like, there's no point not putting it. No, it was to Havana, no, Havana, no, no. Cool. You normally want to guarantee the kills, but the fact that you were late with that, 3 minutes 53. Okay, we're pushing up again along coast. Hook goes straight out onto the Orisa. What do you expect this Orisa? You're not going to be able to hook her if she plays well. If she plays well, she will just gold it regardless of whether the shield's down. So, what do you expect? The Orisa's not a target, the Reinhardt's not a target, the rest of them are. You need to find an angle where you can actually get it. And the angle generally is down here or down here. Cool. Ow. Ow. So what is this play here? So we use our breather, and then we just go straight into Roadhog on a high ground. Why are we pushing ourselves out into this? Why are we in this? Why don't we just take the tightest angle on this canister that we can and kill the canister? Why are we pushing all the way into the other people that want to murder us? Like, we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people's worth of damage here, and we could have LOS 3 of them. So, like, walking out here, Whole Hog doesn't do that much more damage by being closer. I think people kind of like misunderstand. It's spread. So do you know the spread of Whole Hog? It's five different circles. If I go against this wall, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 different circles on Whole Hog. The circle is about this big. About this big. And anything in that circle, like, obviously there's fall off, but only due to the bullets not hitting on the outside. The actual pellets for Whole Hog have no fall off whatsoever. There's just a lot of them. So you can kind of think of it as like the amount of pellets that miss, the damage you're missing. But if the core hits, you're doing max damage for the most part. You need to aim your Whole Hog properly. Yeah, and you're just pressing the W button there. You're just pressing W. So we died due to pressing W into a canister with 5 people shooting at us. Probably not the best. Normally people can't do stuff when their entire team's dead, but Roadhog's this unique little flower where you can set up, do whatever the hell he wants, and people can't really push him because of his heal. So we want to see you up here. We want to see you pushing this high ground, making sure the soldier can't stand where he wants. We don't want to see you just waiting. So we're just waiting at the moment. Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Are we going to combo with something? Or do we get consistent value over time with this character and we need to be doing something, otherwise we're losing out? You need good staging. So you've wasted all your time there. You've wasted all of your time. You've wasted about 1.5 hook cooldowns. And now you're going in. Why didn't we just, like, a second ago, just come down here and try and hook on the soldier? Just go for a Hail Mary hook. Why not? What are you doing? Farming hook accuracy by never using it? Nice hook on the Orisa. As long as it's at risk, it's cool. You're aiming way too high there, like crazy. So this is the power of holding the opposite high ground. Because everyone on your team went here, they have a clear rotation up here if they want it. They take it, but they don't really take it well. And then they end up dying slowly. If you just took this high ground to start with, started working from this angle, this soldier can't ever push here, and if he does, he dies to you. So, like that. Always angles. Like, Roadhog is a very, very, very positioning-based character. You don't get to just press W into the enemy team on Roadhog. You have to think, you have to take off angles, take interesting angles, and you've got to get your consistent value by hooking more times on average. You've got to go for reasonable hooks more times in a match. So we're just kind of like walking around doing nothing there. Why don't we just like hug this if we're gonna hug this? Why? Nice. So is this winnable? I guess. Yeah, cool. Whole Hog. So you're getting all five circles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 onto this shield. It does a ridiculous amount of damage. Easy break. So where you can get extra damage by pushing into the enemy is by getting 3 of the circles, the 3 middle ones, onto the enemy at the same time. You can get a lot more value by doing that. Cool. Yep. Oh, this Reinhardt. He gets to walk behind your wrist and kill Supercharger. This Hanzo and this Lucio have no idea that Reinhardt exists. No idea whatsoever. Okay. Just get caught on a corner. So this is where the lower ranks really show up. When people just can't path around the map properly in order to avoid dying to things like diva bombs. So like, we do our breather here, we're at full health. This is a good fight for us. This is a winning fight. We're good here. This is one, okay? Go into our view. Breather finishes. We still need to reload because we didn't do that before the breather. Definitely make sure that you reload your clip and then cancel it with the breather. You need to be able to do that cancel as well. So the moment the ammo's in the gun, it makes a click sound, you immediately breathe out afterwards. That is just like bread and butter of Roadhog. You need to be able to do this. Soldiers sightseeing on right. You have no idea this soldier even exists. And then bomb comes out. On cart, like, it's a good bomb. Fair enough, it kills everyone. But at the same time, like, you didn't even know the soldier existed. You could have killed him. And it's over. Cool. Nice. This is the kind of thing you should be doing as Roadhog. Stupid, cheeky shit that you can't get punished for because you have a fucking 50% damage reduction, 300 health heal. Okay, this is a little bit more dangerous. Remember, you keep shooting way too high every single time. Like, I've seen this 3 different times here, you just miss because you're aiming way too high. Center of body mass, center of upper torso, about here. Half your circle is here, so half it's going to hit the head, just as you want. You don't aim at the head, you aim at the upper torso. Doing this flank here is a lot more dangerous now. Reason why is they can just walk through here and cut you off. The second flank, a lot more dangerous than the first. Do you ping people on Discord when you review their games? Not normally. Not normally. I have done it. I have been known to do it. If you want your review done live, I will save it until you're here. What are you? Jared? Which one are you? Sorry. Got a lot of new reviews requests. Jared. Yeah, Jared is Reinhardt at the end. Slick as lick. It's difficult for me because every single person has a different name on Twitch as they do on Discord. So, like, it's very hard. And their in-game names are all completely different. I'm Silk Mustetter. Silk Mustetter. You're Reinhardt down there. Cool. You know what? Yeah, I may as well from now on, since there's so many new people, I will just at people in the general that I'm going to do that evening. Like, I'll at 3 people, and then other people can just drop in. I may as well do it from now on. No reason why not. Christ. We were running away and aiming at the ground, so we can't be headshot. Actually can't be headshot from behind his Roadhog very easily regardless. His shoulder pads are like 2 massive like mountains, and then his little head just kind of pokes up tiny bit over the top of it. His hitbox has like massive shoulders. Don't worry, I'm not rushing, I've just run. It's all good. Yeah, as I said, the second flank was much worse than the first. One D.Va, cool, that's good. We're not in a rush to kill this guy. We just get the advantage. Why don't we stabilize and capitalize on the advantage? You just use your hook. You're at your most vulnerable right now as Roadhog. Why are we still pushing this angle? Sure, you can peek out and do your right clicks on him. He's got full armor. You're doing half damage to him. And there's loads more people around. If this Widow didn't get the shot on the Mercy at exactly the same time, this is awful. Yeah, pretty bad. Okay. 1 HP? 1 HP, yeah. 1 HP. All his reactions on heals are always like a little bit slow, quite frankly. Like everything's just a bit off. His hooks don't get the actual combo properly. His heal doesn't get used immediately after. He doesn't do his reload into heal cancel. Like everything just strikes me as someone that doesn't play a lot of Roadhog. Nice. Cool. Okay, I don't know why they're running there. He's on like 50 health and he's like, charge! Okay, that was a fine trade. Like, you didn't need to trade there, but you traded anyway. Why don't you just full heal yourself before you trade if you're going to trade? It's going to keep you alive longer. Yeah, and they're just getting a little bit desperate and feeding. Guessing the game doesn't last very long after this. Cool. Okay. Full heal. And our hooked. Oh no, did everyone die to this? Lucio dies to it. The rest of you are pretty good. You get the res on the Reinhardt under the cover of it. Cool. They just use that, so you've got a free whole hog. Nice. Use defense matrix, so we just whole hog straight after. It's all good stuff. They're just not playing around with you very, very well. And they have a full interlock Bastion that's not going to swap because their team's probably flaming him right now, and they're probably very tilted. But still, look at your aim on this shot. This is such bad aim, and this is consistent. This isn't like I'm missing. This is like I haven't practiced this enough to know where people's hitboxes are. Do we get the hook in? Put him in. The Ana's on a slight slope, so she's always going to be below us, so we just have to aim downwards. Your scrap goes there, like here. It needs to be on the center of mass in the middle. Because of the posture? Yeah, but it's been pretty much consistent. You should know whether like ground in front of you is sloping down or up. I get it, Grandma's bad back is the main cause of people not killing her in the game, but still. You just get completely caught off by guard by the terrain. But that's like bread and butter of Roadhog. You need to know this kind of stuff. If you hook someone on a slope, they're going to be lower. Like, that is... Ana's lower to begin with. So, aim at the ground, basically. What is this? For what reason? They just use ultimates, and instead of taking a safe route out and setting yourself up over here for a fork or something like that on them, what you use your only sustain tool, your heal, and your only like keep yourself alive thing to go deeper into their team when they already know you're there because you just walk past them. What do you expect from this? What do you expect? If you had whole hog, it would be an okay play, but you don't. What? Do you expect them not to shoot you? Do you expect them to just let the Bastion die when he's on full health in the middle of their team? Hello, Tesco dealer. How you doing? Good evening. Poorly thought out, poorly executed. It's the kind of thing that loses you games. Genuinely the kind of thing that loses you games. What should we have done instead? We should have just took this angle. We should have just gone over here. What happens when we go over here? We can poke around here. We can like do loads of damage onto their team. We can go up on the cart. Can they push us? Nah, they can't push us. If they try and push us, what do? We just walk away. We just walk away. We go here, and then we go up here, and then we're on the complete opposite angle, and we just do damage from over here. Like the Orisa Hog does not have to be played on the same angle. You just need to play on a safe angle that's off from where your like main area is. Good, thank you. How are you? My voice is a little bit hoarse. I've done too many hours of streaming the last day or two. I find that at about 4 or 5 hours a day, my voice ends up a little bit rough. And we need to cut back on the VOD content and lean a bit more into the creative content and the YouTube stuff, I think. Yay! Oh. Well, that's Brick's job. You aim again? You went fishing, you got an Anna, and when we get an Anna, we aim down. Because the Anna is always down. That's the direction Annas go. Hog goes to oh no. Yeah, and we hooked an Anna, and what does Anna do when she gets hooked? Well, she holds the E key. We almost died to it. So what was the alternative there? What was the alternative there? Well, we could have just held left. We could have just gone up here, held this. We could have just hold full right for safety because we got the cart for cover. But either way, we need good cover when we actually do our hook. Otherwise, we're just trading. And you know what happens when you just trade in Overwatch? Well, you don't gain any SR because you're just playing 5v5 Overwatch if you trade every life. Just playing 5v5 Overwatch. Try and stall, but no cigar. Okay. So the fight's kind of dissolved once you got into it. You haven't really done anything so far. This is your first hook. You're trying to get them off point. Why are you in such a rush? I have no idea. You have plenty of other people around here to fight. And this whole thing's happening. Why are you in such a rush to get them off point? Like, this is going to keep rolling. And you've got a fight here to do. And there's 2 people on it already. If you just back this up, went full into winning this, I think you just win the game. But instead you're like suiciding into a Bastion on cart. You're so thirsty. So ridiculously thirsty to get stuff done. Like, your whole job is not to get the Bastion on cart, it's to work angles that make it difficult for them to do stuff. Oh yeah, we hooked the Orisa. What are we gonna do on the Orisa? What are we gonna do? Yeah. Oh yeah, that character can't be killed by a Roadhog. Orisa's superpower is just being alive. That's her superpower right now. Ooh, rough. Ooh, rough. But turn my contrast to normal? Nah, we don't turn contrast to normal in this game. What we do if we do this? That's more like it. This is proper Overwatch right now. Okay, so you need to do practice. You need to practice your shots onto different characters. You need to practice the hitboxes, know the hitboxes, know where you need to aim. Middle of the chest for most characters. Your combos on the hooks are being missed, and that will cost you games. Apart from that, you need to work angles. You need to be less thirsty on the angles, and you need to exist there for longer. Because the longer you exist there, the more chance you get some bullshit hooks. Because you can't rely on yourself just getting this one hook every fight. You need to elongate the fight. Exist in the place for longer. You're the one person that it doesn't matter whether your team's there. As long as they can't rush you and murder you, you can just exist and they can't do shit to move you. That's the power of Roadhog. He just exists.